I do think that I obtain characteristics from both the transformational leadership style as well as servant leadership, but I do hope that I am able to more so identify with servant leadership in the future. Specific relationship building skills that I think I obtain currently, especially in my role as a general manager. Active listening is one that I practice a lot, and I do think that is very important, as well as with that, reflective responses. And then also being observational, really knowing your team and knowing what ways can keep them energized and motivated, and to see their role in the bigger picture. And being observant and really knowing your staff, I do think this helps with that. I personally approach relationship building through building individual relationships with each of my staff members, and I do this through individual monthly meetings. And this is just a way for me to give them any constructive feedback, as well as open the door for them to give me any feedback, especially in terms of how I can best support them. I do think that is a similarity between how I conduct myself as a leader and a servant leader, because of being able to receive feedback and be the best support system for each of my staff members as possible. In the past, when it comes to relationship building with each of my team members, I do hold those monthly individual meetings so that I can continue my relationship or begin one. I currently have 3 new staff members, so I do also have team members that I have worked with for a year plus. And so it's been a really interesting challenge to be able to start anew with these relationships, whereas majority of my team I have had a professional relationship with for a long time. So that has been a challenge that I've encountered most recently, but with that, I do think a strength is coming out of it, because I have been able to be adaptable, and knowing that each one of these new team members learns differently and is led differently than some of my other previous team members. So that has been a strength of mine, is acknowledging that fact and being able to adapt. Another strength of mine within relationship building, I do think, is my method and how I go about it. I do, with clients and staff alike, I do look for shared interests, and I do use that technique or method of relationship building to start out with, and then it branches into some more personal conversations, or being able to share any issues or successes within the realm of our workspace. I do think a strength is showing my trust and trusting my teammates, and in turn that gives them the ability to trust me as their leader. Another strength that I do think I possess is active listening. I do take very much care into listening to each one of my team members and making sure that I am acting on what they are telling me. But as far as other challenges that I've faced in the past, it would be some different circumstances. So building a professional relationship that turned to friendly, and kind of avoiding the delicate balance between leader and friend, which I do want to be both, but I can't be just one or the other to be a successful leader. And with one staff member in particular, she mostly saw it as friendly, and then we kind of had to backtrack in our relationship to make sure that she saw me as both. On another end of the spectrum, there was another staff member that only saw me as a leader, where that relationship took a lot longer to build. And that was a struggle for me, because in a personal light, I'm fast friends with anyone, and I definitely struggled not thinking that she trusted me both as a friend and a leader. because I do think it is important to be both. Because with friends you trust, and that's an easy segue into trusting your leader, in my opinion. With the importance of followership, it is crucial to the success of servant leaders for several reasons, including mutual respect and trust, alignment with values, commitment and motivation, feedback, learning, and achieving common goals. In essence, followership is integral to the success of servant leaders because it ensures that there are those aspects, and servant leaders can then empower their followers to contribute meaningfully to the organization's success while also nurturing a culture of mutual respect and growth. Developing followership with my personal leadership style would start with my method of building professional relationships, which is identifying any shared interests and then building on that, and being seen as a confidant and leader at the same time. One method that I do use within my company is hosting a team meeting at the end of each month. And this is just a way to nurture education within our company with extensions or new techniques and methods that we can use with our clients, and just making sure that each one of my staff members is prepared to work with any specific client that they might see in the future. Building trust would be the most important thing in developing followership, because our team needs to trust our leaders to educate them, and as well as trust that we have their best interests in mind.